Hi guys, welcome back to Vritvi Talks the Ambition podcast. I've been spending quite a lot of time with the first gen entrepreneurs these days, and trust me when I say this that they all come with a very fresh and different perspective altogether, though the drive to make it big is always the same. Today we have with us one of the co-founders of a wellness startup called Whatsup Wellness, Mr. Vaibhav Makhija. Speaking about the founders, Miss Sayantani Mandal and Mr. Vaibhav Makhija were seen on Shark Tank Season 2 with such an impressive pitch that they happened to crack a deal with three sharks on board. Speaking about the brand, Whatsup Wellness aims at making wellness super fun and easy to consume, keeping it healthy with its production and quality with its bite-sized delightful treats. How has the journey been for them? Has it really changed post Shark Tank? How was it before Shark Tank? Is the wellness industry booming or dooming? Let's hear it straight from the horse's mouth, Mr. Vaibhav Makhija, for you all.
Hi, Mr. Vaibhav. Welcome to Vritvi Talks, the Ambition podcast.
Hi Vritvi, how are you?
I'm doing great. कैसे चल रहा है आपका?
बढ़िया चल रहा है अभी तक तो।
Okay, okay.
हाँ।
अपनी जर्नी के बारे में कुछ बताइए वैभव जी. Like, for the viewers, like you guys must have watched or heard in the intro part that Mr. Vaibhav handles and he's the co-founder to Whatsup Wellness along with Miss Sayantani. So yeah, वैभव जी अपनी जर्नी के बारे में कुछ बताइए. How did you guys meet? How did this idea pop up out of
हम्म
somewhere at least?
हम्म
कि आपको
हम्म
वेलनेस का एक प्रोडक्ट बनाना है या सॉस करके उसको एक लेबल करना है. What is this
हम्म
all about? Can you please tell us?
हम्म यस सो कभी मतलब ऐसे नहीं सोच रखा था यही करना है बट आई थिंक जो जर्नी पूरा रहा brought me up to here. So I
Hmm.
left my home in 2010 for in my 11th standard. Did my degree from outside मतलब तब भी घर से बाहर था. Started working in 2016. उसके
Hmm.
बाद आई वर्क एट द मैन कंपनी, आई वर्क एट ग्रोफर, सारा डिजिटली नेटिव डिजिटल फर्स्ट ब्रांड्स में हैंडलिंग द ब्रांड वेबसाइट पार्ट. तो मैन कंपनी में वे सेलिंग प्रोडक्ट्स फॉर 300-350 rupees and men were buying two products for their hair, two products for their skin, and वहां पे मतलब obviously some of them were not satisfied, so we thought there is a price expectation mismatch. मतलब we are selling at prices which is double of what a normal Garnier sells, तो लोगों के expectations ज्यादा है. But then
Okay.
we moved on to this Grofers startup. Grofers, we were not working on the main grocery business, but they were building a platform similar to Nykaa, but obviously
Hmm.
for people earning less than 25-30,000 a month. So we were selling
Hmm.
nail paints for 49, lipsticks for 79. उस price point पे खेल रहे थे, both for men and women. We saw that even for people who are earning less, they are buying two products for their hair, two products for their skin, but
Hmm.
they were also not satisfied with the results. So वहां पे हमें लगा कि price expectation mismatch नहीं है, there is something else at play. We
Hmm.
researched, we saw that since 2016, 2017, a lot of people started eating a lot of junk food after the
Hmm.
pricing wars happened between Swiggy, Zomato, Uber, and काफी junk खाने लग गए लोग. तो उसकी वजह से न्यूट्रिशन इनटेक went down and junk intake went up. तो न्यूट्रिशन डेफिशिएंसी धीरे धीरे 2-3 साल में निकल के आने लगा, जिसकी वजह से people started facing issues like hair fall, skin issues, joint pain, sleep issues more than they were facing earlier. So earlier, usually the population faced these issues in their late 40s, mid 40s. Now people were facing these issues in their late 20s, early 30s. And given that I was also away from my home since the last 10, 12 years, I also experienced similar issues. And I used to sleep at 4 a.m. on a daily basis. Where I researched, I saw that कि बाहर US में, Europe में supplements है which people pop very casually and it's not frowned upon, looked down upon, unlike India जहाँ पे नींद की गोली को काफी negatively लोग
Yeah.
कैटेगराइज करते हैं. एंड वी सॉ दैट दीज आर नॉन हैबिट फॉर्मिंग. लॉन्ग टर्म में भी साइड इफेक्ट नहीं है, 2 साल 3 साल स्टडी हो रखी है, साइड इफेक्ट नहीं आते if you are eating on a daily basis. So वहां
Hmm.
पे we thought there's a big opportunity जहां पे we can do supplements beyond beauty also, and
Hmm.
communicate them properly. We just have to matlab, make sure the brand is fun enough so that it's able to break the stigma around a supplement usage, and people are
Hmm.
enticed to use it once, and once they see the benefits, they continue using. I met my co-founder at the Man company. She used to handle the whole brand communication social part, and I used to handle the brand website part. So I think वो मेरा performance oriented, sales oriented रहा है, and उनका creative oriented रहा है. So I think two things required to build a digitally first brand are these. So we started these together.
That's lovely. I mean, you guys
Hmm.
had that kind of background initially before you started,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
before you ventured into Whatsup Wellness. But
Hmm.
जैसे आपने बोला कि it's a non-habit forming kind of a
Hmm.
pill.
Hmm.
इनिशियली तो उसको एज अ पिल ही परसीव किया जाता होगा ना जब आपने स्टार्ट किया.
Hmm.
सो हाउ डिड यू
Hmm.
डिफरेंशिएट बैक देन बिकॉज व्हाट आज भी यस इंडिया में भी अब्रॉड में तो खैर
Hmm.
काफी कैजुअली चीजें होती है विद
Hmm.
वेलनेस. बट इंडिया में आज भी एक लाइक जैसे आपका स्लीप गमी है ठीक है
Hmm.
hair and nails ka gummy hai, right? So how did you
Hmm.
differentiate between these two? Okay, it's not a normal like sleeping pill and it's a like sleep
Hmm.
inducing gummy. How did you
Hmm.
differentiate that? But because ये
Yes.
difference
Hmm.
पैदा करना बहुत difficult है with your
Hmm.
vendors also. Consumers तो बहुत बाद में आते हैं ना, with vendors
Hmm. Hmm.
के साथ तो बहुत
Hmm.
difficult रहा होगा.
Hmm. No, so with vendors, we were clear कि we will only be using ingredients which are approved by FSSAI for usage in nutritional supplements, and not anything which goes beyond the Indian law. So वहाँ पे I think becomes a little bit easy because they also understand क्या डाल सकते हैं क्या नहीं डाल सकते किस quantity में डाल सकते हैं. So we have been very clear that we want to be law compliant and not play in the gray area. Regarding the consumers, the thing we are putting someone to sleep is melatonin. Melatonin is an ingredient which is produced naturally by your body, which tells the brain that it's time to shut down operations and time to sleep. But given that the screen time has gone so up and all kinds of screens emit blue light, even if you're seeing some other color, the basic colors are RGB. So they emit blue light, and blue light, when absorbed by the body through the eyes, the brain thinks that it's daytime and it's not time to sleep. So वो melatonin body बनाती नहीं है और वो brain को signal नहीं जाता कि सोने का time हो गया है. So this supplements your body with the correct dosage of melatonin and tells your brain that it's time to sleep, and that is what we are putting in. So it's not that we are putting in some chemical, some nerve inducing chemical or something which a sleep tablet has. We are putting in just what the body produces but is unable to produce just because our habits have changed so much. So
Hmm.
उस तरीके से बिल्कुल safe रखा है. And then we saw that people taking sleep supplements, the end aim was not to sleep on time but to wake up on time so that they are able to do whatever they want to do. So we put in specific ingredients for nerve relaxation, muscle relaxation, so that people wake up feeling fresher, more energetic, and ready to do whatever they intend to do
Hmm.
with their life.
Hmm.
So that is
Okay.
how we think about a product also, so that we are able to sell it.
Okay, okay.
Hmm.
But was it taken very well initially, like with the
हाँ, I
vendors,
think
with consumers? Because gummies and all का market बहुत बाद में pick up हुआ है. I think
हाँ.
around COVID pick up हुआ है gummies का
हम्म.
market. Before that, so
हाँ,
it was
इंडिया में तब हुआ है. बिफोर मतलब बाहर इट वाज देयर, बट इंडिया में अराउंड दैट टाइम इट हैपेंड. पीपल वर ट्राइंग आउट न्यू
yeah.
प्रोडक्ट्स, stuck in their houses. About the reception, I think we were able to scale it pretty well. The only thing at play was the kind of communication we do to let people know how it can enable their life. So
Hmm.
we did a communication where we communicated कि बिना दारू पिए भी आपको नींद आ सकती है रात को. So people took it very well, and people were trying to kick their habit and trying to
Yeah.
sleep alcohol free. I think they resonated pretty well, and we were able to scale.
अच्छा. That's a very smart way to penetrate your
हम्म.
product in the market because मतलब
हम्म.
कोई नहीं सोच सकता कि अच्छा ये भी एक मार्केटिंग लाइन हो सकता है, टैगलाइन हो
नहीं, but
सकता है.
actually genuine problem है, widespread problem है, right? Not in the kind of uh, say places you or me live in, but if you go to tier 2, tier 3 towns where men are working, women are not working, men they will go out during the night, and women will be at home, right? And they will get drunk, come back, right? So that's a very genuine problem people face there. So I think cracked it, and we see very good sales from tier 2, tier 3 cities also.
That's amazing. So,
Hmm.
coming to your personal journey, your and Miss
Hmm.
Santani's journey, how was
Hmm.
your family's reaction when you said कि okay, we are leaving a well-cushioned job and अब
Hmm.
हम अपना एक venture start कर रहे हैं. So how was it taken?
No, I think my family was very supportive, so no questions whatsoever, even a single one, ki why you are doing this, and they always support, matlab, such a thing. So, and given that, we saved during our jobs and invested whatever we saved, did not take anything from the family, so they were okay with it, कि अपना ही पैसा है तो जो करना
Hmm.
करो. So,
Okay.
pretty tension free, yeah.
That's wonderful because काफी लोगों की families they are not very cool with it. They are like कि नहीं क्या जरूरत है, because entrepreneurship का एक वो क्या कहते हैं wave तो अब आया है इंडिया में
Hmm.
specifically. I mean
Hmm.
global markets yes, but धीरे धीरे. I mean Indians are not
Hmm.
too much into risk taking. ये अभी पिछले चार
Hmm.
पांच सालों से हुआ है. So it's
Hmm.
very obvious that that question comes out of कि okay नहीं was it taken very well or how is it?
Hmm. Hmm. हाँ वो है मतलब वी हैव सीन पीपल वेयर फैमिलीज डोंट सपोर्ट या करने ही नहीं देते हैं बट आई थिंक फिर इंडिविजुअल चॉइस है एट द एंड ऑफ द डे राइट मतलब कोई फोर्स करेगा तो जॉब भी अच्छे से नहीं कर पाओगे.
Correct.
हम्म.
Correct. Okay. You guys left your well-cushioned job. You started your venture. You guys scaled
हम्म.
pretty well. Okay.
हम्म.
So in this entire journey, how has your own personal transition been? Like, has entrepreneurship changed your perspective towards life? Yeah. Is there any deeper change that you guys have experienced?
हम्म. नहीं डिड चेंज राइट बिकॉज मतलब शुरू किया लेकिन वी वर वर्किंग फॉर से 4 5 years and had limited savings right so
Mm.
whatever we had to be very frugal. So till the time we were say doing 50 orders a day, we were packing the orders ourselves, doing customer care ourselves. We were just three people doing it, me, my
Mm.
co-founder, and a designer. So
Mm.
we did everything on ourselves, cut down our personal expenses. Right, we were living in. मतलब पहले मतलब in a job we were say spending say one or say 1.2 1.3 lakhs a month we brought it down to 15 20,000 a month just because क्योंकि पैसा था ही नहीं खर्चने को तो we cut down our personal expenses, we cut down on our outings and everything and spends on everything related say clothing, appliances, मतलब हर जगह पे. So I think taught a lot of restraint also, right? And you understand कि actual में क्या चाहिए आपको क्या नहीं चाहिए मतलब we do a lot
Yeah.
of impulse shopping these days, right? But वहाँ
Yeah.
पे I think gave me better clarity what I actually need to मतलब spend on both in terms of my time and money. So काफी उसमें फायदा हुआ पर्सनली बट उसके
Mm.
अलावा तो आई थिंक इट्स नॉर्मल एंड मतलब गिवन दैट वी कॉन्शियसली डिड इट एंड वर रेडी फॉर इट सो पहले से ही पता था क्या चेंज करना है सो वर ओके विद इट.
Okay. So you guys started from a three people team and now you guys are on?
We are now 15 people. We have
Uh-huh.
intentionally kept it low. मतलब companies at our scale are usually 25 30, but we intend to stay lean because मतलब product strategy भी lean है. We are still five products only, whereas मतलब similar revenues big companies are 20 25 products.
Mm-hmm.
हम्म.
Okay, that's a good way to scale
हम्म.
a startup. नहीं तो
हम्म.
आजकल बहुत बार ऐसे हो जाता है कि oh now we have got funding and we just
हम्म.
want to grow the resource number and
हम्म.
just scale high because बहुत entrepreneurs का ये perception होता है कि
हम्म.
अच्छा the more the people that are working on
हम्म.
the team, the better the faster we will grow. So is
उतनी
that
जल्दी
your
निकालते भी है
one?
ना फिर.
हाँ that
तो
was
फिर वही
that was
दिक्कत है
why I
ना.
was coming to हाँ कि आपका वो मंत्र है कि नहीं we will scale slow but we will go steady. The growth will be steady.
Yeah, so matlab, like I mentioned, I have never worked with a big company in my life. My whole past
Hmm.
experience is with early stage, mid stage startups.
Hmm.
So we have seen this happening है ना कि वो निकालते हैं मतलब लेंगे फिर निकालेंगे फिर मतलब all the people who were in the process will be in pain, right? So those are things we
Yeah,
saw first-handedly and wouldn't want to repeat in our organization at least.
yeah. That's a good and that's a very smart way to go ahead.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay. So, there is this one important question which I
Hmm.
have been wanting to ask you since the day we have
Hmm.
connected. I spoke to Miss
Hmm.
Shantini also a day before, right?
Hmm.
So being uh, co-founders of two different
Hmm.
genders, right?
Hmm.
See, I am also a founder to a company, and I know that
Hmm.
I being a female, my skills at managing a team or building
Hmm.
a business is very different than,
Hmm.
if I had a male counterpart to
Hmm.
handle certain things. So things would have been
Hmm.
different over there as well. So
Hmm.
is
Hmm.
that the dynamics that you guys also work with? Because I know for the fact that different genders, they have different, way to perceive
Hmm.
certain things, right?
Hmm.
So how is it between you guys, or are there ego clashes, or like, you guys are being sorted, uska department sorted hai, mera department sorted hai,
Hmm. Hmm.
हमको एक main focus है हमारा better sales. That's it.
Hmm.
How is it?
Yeah, main focus to better sales है ही at the end of the day. That's why everyone is working here.
Yeah.
So, but I think we have since starting we have completely divided the responsibilities. Obviously, they overlap and we मतलब tend to work into each other's. But वो clear रखा हुआ है कि in which department who will be having the final call. And I think gender basis पे mostly मतलब women are more systematic, more मतलब स्ट्रक्चर्ड बट
Yeah.
मैंने मोर क्योटिक राइट सो वो तो रहेगा ही मतलब उसको कुछ नहीं कर सकते एंड
Uh,
ईगो क्लैशेस तो मतलब ईगो क्लैशेस नहीं कहेंगे मतलब डिफरेंस ऑफ ओपिनियन तो है
yeah.
ही हर जगह सो दोस हैपेंस बट I think we have divided it pretty well. We face challenges, right? With when like she takes care of new product development, so she deals with the vendors. But the vendors were say old school, so they would still discuss everything with her. But for pricing, they would or payments, they would call me because that's how they think कि मतलब लड़का है तो वही देखेगा
Yeah.
मतलब बाकी जो
Yeah.
मर्जी हो रहा हो तो वो वाला है लेकिन ठीक है मतलब जो फिर जिनके साथ काम कर रहे वी हैव टू also tailor ourselves to their way of working but बाकी तो I think sorted and given that मतलब starting में challenges थे with vendors but as the brand scaled and became more known so they also मतलब now adjust more to us.
Hmm.
Hmm.
That's lovely. Because ये काफी startups के साथ ये issues होते हैं. That when there is a man and a woman running the
Hmm.
show,
Hmm.
then there are a lot of issues that come up. But eventually,
यार
they come up on the same page.
ईगो क्लैश तो मेल मेल में भी है ही राइट वी हैव
हाँ.
सीन कंपनीज गोइंग डाउन जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ द
Yes.
co-founder ego clash तो वो तो have to avoid at all cost regardless of the gender.
Hmm. That's
Hmm.
correct. Well, I hope the viewers, the listeners who are listening to this, watching this episode, budding entrepreneurs, please take notes that, even if you are having like a two-header show, there are going to be clashes, there are going to be difference of opinions. But yes, at the end of the day, we have to come up on the same page.
Hmm. I think it's also very important to empower the team, right? To so that they take those decisions and you also understand their point of view because between two of us, given that so much is there to do, our decisions will be ill-informed because we won't be having proper time to research, right, on newer
Yeah,
things. So it's very important that the team starts taking decisions so that we can take our decisions in a better way. And given that वो एक कोई third person decision लेना, so कोई वैसा क्लैश होगा कुछ भी नहीं होगा बिकॉज दैट इज कमिंग फ्रॉम अ थर्ड पर्सन हु हैज रिसर्च मोर देन अस तो वो भी विद टाइम हमने सीखा है कि वो जितनी तेज कर सके काम जरूरी है सो दैट थिंग्स डोंट ब्रेक व्हेन मतलब यू आर नॉट इन्वॉल्वड.
right, right, right. So coming to team and your workspace, now that I'm also clear that okay, how you guys function. Shark Tank पे जाने का decision, was it like cumulative or like, it was like कि okay नहीं अभी we should take this step, or how was it?
Yeah, I think we were not first season में तो we just started and given that packing customer service भी हम सब खुद कर रहे थे वो मतलब ही नहीं बना जाने का second season में तो my dad pushed a lot he would call daily and say कि apply करो and that's how we ended up applying. So and then it kept happening and round by round we reached there. So कुछ ऐसा नहीं था मतलब we applied just because we knew मतलब we were building something which मतलब can be showcased given that we knew we were doing it with better metrics. So that's why we applied मतलब नहीं तो खराब metrics पे तो ना करते टीवी पे जाने का काम.
नहीं, because अभी तो gummies में there are like three four
Hmm.
major players that are being
Hmm.
shown quite a lot in
Hmm.
ads. You open Instagram, there are quite a few ads, right? But I think back then
Hmm.
when you guys went, I think ज़्यादा time नहीं हुआ.
Hmm.
It was just last year.
हाँ हाँ.
So,
Right.
but yeah, but back then also, taking this decision to go to Shark Tank was
Hmm.
something. I mean, I would have never thought about it. मैं फिर भी बहुत
हाँ.
सोचती. So was it like, you guys were still speculating or like कैसे था?
नहीं नहीं, तो was completely मतलब push by my dad कि कर तू अप्लाई तो कर दिया, and then things kept here happening and we reached here. But if I see मतलब backwards now, I think was a good decision, and everyone who can reach there should go there, right? It's a good मतलब exposure, right? Helps you better negotiate or communicate with vendors also. They also start taking you more seriously. So the whole ecosystem around you मतलब thinks that something has happened, right? And in India, given that you do something, मतलब your revenue shoots up is one thing, but TV is another thing, right? So वो perception is also very important when you are doing business discussions with various people, right? So I think वो करना चाहिए आपको outside of business भी, मतलब outside of sales and customers and funding भी काफी help
Yeah.
करेगा.
Yeah,
हम्म.
because आज भी बहुत सारी ऐसी कंपनीज है इंडिया में, बहुत सारे ऐसे
हम्म.
entrepreneurs हैं who are just focused on their product, on their business. They don't want to do their own personal PR. They don't want to be seen,
नहीं,
either
पर्सनल ना
they're
करो, बट आई
proud.
थिंक ब्रांड का करना पड़ता है, राइट? थ्री मेजर
Hmm.
प्रॉब्लम्स इन एन अर्ली स्टेज, मतलब कंज्यूमर कंपनीज. फर्स्ट इज टू बिल्ड ट्रस्ट विद कस्टमर्स, सेकंड इज टू बिल्ड ट्रस्ट विद योर वेंडर्स, सप्लायर्स, एंड
Yeah.
थर्ड इज टू हायर, राइट? सो दैट द कैंडिडेट्स हु आर इंटरव्यूइंग आल्सो ट्रस्ट कि हाँ कंपनी में जाना चाहिए, फायदा होगा, राइट? सो इट विल हेल्प यू विद ऑल थ्री. सो मतलब it's very rare that a thing can all help you with all three of them. Matlab, you raise a big round from, say, a VC, the candidates and the suppliers will understand that, but the customers won't care, right? So it's very rare that a thing can help you with all three of them. And if it's helping, I think should be the top priority for any company.
Hmm. Hmm. Correct. Correct. So has being on Shark Tank changed your life for much better, or is it the sharks who came on board and the kind of vibe
Hmm.
and knowledge and expertise that they
Hmm.
got that changed your life for better? What was?
आई थिंक कंपनी फॉर बेटर फॉर श्योर. पर्सनली तो काम में काफी बढ़ के तो अपने लिए नहीं टाइम रहता अब, बट I think we were able to scale pretty well post Shark Tank. We scaled faster than we had planned, and we hired faster than we had planned, and we launched more products. So I think it helped a lot in all the ways possible
Mhm.
in with regards to the business. So happy with whatever happened.
Okay. And how has the expertise of the sharks who came on board has it like really helped? Like ऐसे कुछ है जो आप जिस चीज पर शायद एक एक कोई तो एक एस्पेक्ट होता है जिस पर आपका सच में काफी टाइम से ध्यान नहीं गया हुआ होगा एंड
Hmm.
उनके आने के
Hmm.
बाद वी कुड हैव डन दिस आल्सो लेट्स डू दिस नाउ
Hmm.
ऐसे कुछ हुआ ऐसा कोई इंस्टेंस
नहीं मतलब, given that they have seen this journey in their respective brands, so
या
we get to understand where we are stuck, how to overcome, and where we will get stuck in the future, given that they have seen that 2 years ago. So I think वो काफी एडवांटेज है whenever we talk to them कि यहाँ से बच के या ऐसे मतलब यहाँ से पेमेंट नहीं आ सकते, जो भी मतलब छोटी छोटी चीजें. And other than that, I think they help a lot, and their team helps a lot with connecting with whomever we want to connect. And given that they know most of the people in the ecosystem, so वो connections and काम करना थोड़ा easy और faster हो गया.
दैट्स गुड योर फेवरेट
हाँ हाँ.
शार्क right now is
यार फेवरेट तो मेरा ऐसे कोई नहीं, मतलब वी लाइक ऑल ऑफ देम, एंड
आप बोल नहीं
किसी भी चीज में
सकते
मतलब ऐसे कोई फेवरेट नहीं.
अब
नहीं नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है.
ओके
ऐसा कुछ नहीं. आई थिंक ऑल ऑफ देम आर वेरी हेल्पफुल एंड गुड टू मतलब स्पीक टू. एंड गिवन दैट वी स्पेंड मतलब टीवी पे तो 12-15 मिनट का आता है, बट वी स्पेंड 1.5 आवर शूटिंग ऑल्सो. सो इवन पीपल हु डिड नॉट इन्वेस्ट मतलब दे ऑल्सो आर मतलब नाइस टू टॉक टू, बिकॉज वो मतलब पता लग जाता है बात करके.
Okay, what's the best input that you have received from any of the sharks or all of the sharks?
आई थिंक इनपुट यही है, दे मतलब गिवन दैट दे हैव बिल्ट देयर रिस्पेक्टिव ब्रांड्स, दे ऑल्सो पुश यू टू फोकस on lesser products and keep the range low, right? मतलब you see a lot of brands just to increase the revenue and increase the valuation, they
Yeah,
start launching a
the
lot
price
of
range,
products,
yeah.
but that dilutes the brand in the long run. So they reinforced our focus and our belief in keep doing what we are doing and sticking to it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Okay, okay.
mm,
But do you think that the wellness sector, all in all, especially with
mm,
multivitamins and the
mm,
supplement industry, there's a
mm,
nutrition, is it like
mm,
picking up now in India as per you? I mean, in terms of अगर हम सिर्फ gummies की अगर बात करें तो,
mm.
what do you think?
हाँ पिकअप हो रहा है मतलब वी आर सीइंग स्ट्रॉन्ग सेल्स ट्रेंड्स राइट मतलब फॉर एग्जांपल स्लीप एज अ कैटेगरी इन दी होल ऑनलाइन मार्केट जितना आज से 1 साल पहले था आज की डेट में इट्स 8 to 10x ऑफ दैट क्योंकि मतलब स्लीप में देयर इज ओनली अ सप्लीमेंट राइट इन ब्यूटी यू हैव सीरम्स फेस वॉशेस शैम्पूज कंडीशनर मतलब 400-500 प्रोडक्ट पहले ही है बट स्लीप में कुछ प्रोडक्ट ही नहीं है राइट एंड गिवन दैट मोस्ट ऑफ द अदर प्रॉब्लम्स आल्सो आर ओनली न्यूट्रिशन बेस्ड पीपल आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग दैट एंड उसकी वजह से ग्रो हो रहे हैं सेकेंडली डिस्पोजेबल इनकम्स बढ़ रहे हैं एंड पीपल मतलब वंस दे रीच अ सर्टेन इनकम स्टेज दे स्टार्ट पुटिंग इन मोर time and thought about their own body given that now they don't have to care about their existential problems like housing clothing and food so then they start seeing कि मतलब अपनी लाइफ क्वालिटी कैसे बेटर करूँ जैसे जैसे वो हो रहा है तो फोकस यहाँ पे आ रहा है एंड आगे जाके और आएगा थर्डली मतलब डाइट ही इतना खराब हो रहा है कि चॉइस ही नहीं है उसके बाद आपको कुछ ना कुछ सप्लीमेंट चाहिए ही अपना न्यूट्रिशन पूरा करने के लिए क्योंकि डाइट हैबिट चेंज करना ज्यादा मुश्किल है एंड वो क्रेविंग्स एंड ऑल वो नहीं कंट्रोल हो पाती है
Yeah, yeah.
हम्म,
Are Indian wellness brands being taken very seriously in the global markets? आपका
हम्म,
अभी if you would like to share like what are your further plans also with Whatsup Wellness, like
हम्म,
are you guys right
हम्म,
now only pan India as far as my knowledge,
हम्म,
but do you
हम्म,
also plan to go global? Because मेरे knowledge के according there are a few brands who are willing to go global, and
हम्म,
global markets are very different than Indian markets, right? Indian
हम्म,
markets are still very what do you say, very emotional when it comes to, buying a consumable product, right?
यार अगले
But
हाँ मतलब नेक्स्ट 1.5 to 2 years में तो नहीं है प्लान उसके बाद में भी विल गो अभी तो इंडिया में ही फोकस करके इंडिया में ही ग्रो करने का प्लान है गिवन दी मतलब अपॉर्चुनिटी दैट इज देयर इन इंडिया एंड मतलब फोकस नहीं लूज करना चाहते बट देयर स्ट्रॉन्ग डिमांड वी गेट क्वेरीज फ्रॉम मिडल ईस्ट वी गेट क्वेरीज फ्रॉम यूके ऑस्ट्रेलिया बट कॉन्शियसली वी आर नॉट मतलब टेकिंग एनीथिंग फॉरवर्ड जस्ट बिकॉज वी वांट टू मतलब अभी स्टे फोकस्ड है बट हाँ डिमांड एंड गिवन दैट बाहर मैन्युफैक्चर करके बाहर बेचना ऑब्वियसली इंडिया में मैन्युफैक्चर करके बेचना ही कैन सेल मतलब मैन्युफैक्चर फॉर चीपर हेयर सो आई थिंक वो स्कोप भी है टू ग्रो अ बिजनेस
but are
देयर
other Indian wellness brands, like आपने काफी स्टडी किया होगा इसके बारे में, are other
हम्म
Indian wellness brands being taken that seriously in the global markets?
यार आई थिंक अगर अपना ब्रांड उस तरीके से बिल्ड करते हो मतलब इफ यू सी एट इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट्स लोग हिमालय के पूरे पूरे पॉली बैग्स भर भर के लेके जाते हैं बिकॉज इट्स
Yeah.
मतलब दैट ट्रस्टेड सो पहले आई थिंक उस लेवल का ब्रांड बनेगा वो ऑटोमेटिकली हो जाएगा बट क्या उस लेवल का ब्रांड और कंसिस्टेंट परफॉर्मेंस हम दे सकते हैं आई थिंक वो पहले इंडिया में रह के करना चाहते हैं बिफोर वी स्टार्ट वेंचरिंग आउटसाइड
Mm-hmm. Correct. One important question, that what do you think is the difference between a wellness brand and a hardcore nutrition brand? Like, do you feel there is a difference, or according to you, both are the same?
यार न्यूट्रिशन ब्रांड आई थिंक वो पूरा फोकस ही कम्युनिकेशन में उस पर रखेगा राइट कि हमारे प्रोडक्ट में ये है हमारे प्रोडक्ट में ये है whereas if you see our ads हम नहीं रखते उस पे फोकस क्योंकि वो कस्टमर को समझाना वो मुश्किल हो जाता है राइट व्हेन यू आर गेटिंग प्रिस्क्राइब बाय डॉक्टर उस टाइम पे न्यूट्रिशनल ब्रांड मतलब मेक सेंस बट गिवन दैट सप्लीमेंट्स के अराउंड अभी स्टिग्मा ही इतना है एंड हम उसके बाद ऊपर और न्यूट्रिशन डालेंगे तो वो बोरिंग हो जाएगा कस्टमर के लिए तो एक्सेप्ट इट राइट सो वी हैव टू डू समथिंग जहाँ पे फन फैक्टर आए उसको मजा आए ऐड देख के वो लगे कि हाँ कुछ अच्छा हो रहा है तो द एम हैज बीन टू मेक वेलनेस फन एंड उसी लाइन पे चल रही है कोर तो दोनों का सेम है न्यूट्रिशन एंड वेलनेस ब्रांड का ऑब्वियसली न्यूट्रिशन ब्रांड मे बी दे विल हैव स्ट्रॉन्गर फॉर्मुलेशन स्ट्रॉन्गर इंग्रेडिएंट्स बट देन दी टाइप फॉर्म्स वो फिर पाउडर में आएगा कैप्सूल में आएगा खा के मजा नहीं आएगा आप रोज खाना ही नहीं चाहोगे राइट सो अगर रोज खा ही नहीं रहे हो इससे अच्छा थोड़ा सा कम लेके मतलब रोज खाओ लेकिन कम से कम बॉडी को डेफिशिएंसी ना हो. So that is a call we took and took the route of building a wellness one and not a hardcore nutrition brand.
Okay. We will do a quick rapid fire. Because this
ठीक है.
call, yeah. What does ambition mean to you?
Yeah, ambition, I think to have the goal clear and to मतलब work on it every day, right? People will say that हमारा ये goal है, but then they won't work toward it. So ambition के साथ साथ I think ambition के अंदर to have the dedication also I think वो जरूरी है.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hmm.
Sleep gummies from Whatsup Wellness or hair and nail gummies? Your favorite
Sleep I
one.
consume on a regular basis.
Okay. And
हाँ.
that is what the others also should prefer?
नहीं नहीं मतलब depends on your problems, right? I sleep late, I keep working or keep doing something else, so I think मेरे को उसकी need ज्यादा है.
Okay. A great diet or amazing workout?
I think diet. Workout तो मिस हो सकता है, डाइट तो खानी ही खानी है, सो आई थिंक ग्रेट डाइट इज फर्स्ट एंड देन वर्कआउट इज सेकंड.
Okay. Where do you see Whatsup Wellness in the next 3 years?
I think we are aiming to have cover all use cases so that at least one we are able to serve 50% of our TG by at least one product or the other. So we would want ourselves to be present in say 3 to 4 million people's lives in India in the next 3 years.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. And how do you plan to do that? I mean, because when you say lives of people in India, that's a
Mm.
big and responsible statement to make. Like,
Mm.
please
Mm.
elaborate.
So we are launching more use cases, problems which are faced by 40-50% population of India, so that use case is brought and we are able to cater to more of their needs. Secondly, we keep evolving our products also. So soon we will be relaunch our products with better formulations, better ingredients, so that the existing products also keep getting better as मतलब while we launch newer products. So I think वो दो चीजें करके है and efficient communication is must because अगर आपको वो कम्युनिकेशन नहीं क्लिक करता है तो आप नहीं लोगे मतलब ब्रांड में तो सारा वही है. सो
Hmm.
दीज आर दी टू थिंग्स वी आर फुली फोकस्ड ऑन एंड यही दो है मतलब कुछ तीसरा है नहीं करने को टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट इसी को ही टेस्ट कर करके क्रैक करना है और.
Okay. ठीक है.
हम्म.
Since I know that What's Wellness is associated with a social responsibility, right?
हम्म.
So,
हम्म.
करना चाहिए या नहीं करना चाहिए? Other entrepreneurs ने, and why?
ये करना चाहिए आई थिंक नहीं तो फिर सिर्फ पैसा ही है तो फिर ठीक है लेकिन आई थिंक करेंगे तो कहीं पे और पॉजिटिव इम्पैक्ट आएगा एक्सेप्ट योर ओन लाइफ्स.
Hmm. Okay, so is that the only agenda? That why most of the entrepreneurs they opt for a social responsibility because in the long run, yes, it does make an impact in someone else's life, right? But
हम्म.
how is it giving you a personal satisfaction?
या पर्सनल तो मतलब ये है कि चलो खुद नहीं कुछ कर पा रहे राइट इफ वी वांट टू मतलब इतना बिजी हो जाते इफ वी वांट टू मतलब स्पेंड टाइम आल्सो मतलब से गो देयर स्पीक टू देम एंड मतलब उनकी हेल्प करे कि कैसे कैसे वो तो नहीं कर सकते राइट सो दिस इज द बेस्ट वी कैन डू बिकॉज टाइम नहीं निकाल पाओगे बिजनेस से टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट.
Yeah. What is the best advice that you have received in your entrepreneurial journey, and one worst advice that you have received?
या वर्स्ट तो यही है कि बाकी लोग कर रहे हैं उनका फैमिली बैकग्राउंड बहुत स्ट्रांग है सिमिलर कैटेगरी में आप नहीं कर पाओगे ना करो छोड़ दो.
हाँ.
And this has been received from very close people so now they are not close so वो है.
Okay.
बेस्ट तो यही है मतलब इवन इफ यू रेज मनी इवन इफ यू गेट मनी स्टिल स्पेंड लाइक यू डोंट हैव मनी तभी बिजनेस बनेगा नहीं तो मतलब पीपल टेक वीसी मनी एंड आई थिंक दैट चलो अब हमारा पैसा नहीं है खर्च देते हैं लेकिन आई थिंक
Yeah.
वो लॉन्ग रन में नहीं चलेगा.
Right. Right. This is the second last question.
हाँ.
What is the message, that one message that you would like to give to the budding entrepreneurs, especially trying to make an entry into the wellness sector?
आई थिंक कस्टमर का एग्जैक्ट नीड समझना जरूरी है मतलब पीपल पुट इन इंग्रेडिएंट्स पीपल पुट इन क्लेम जस्ट टू मतलब थिंकिंग कि हाँ प्रोडक्ट बेच पाएंगे, राइट? बट वो क्या एक्चुअल में जो एक कस्टमर को चाहिए वो है या नहीं है। तो
Hmm.
हमने तो उसी पे ही पूरा खेला एंड उसी पे ही तभी कम पैसे में बड़े ज्यादा पैसे वालों को कंपटीशन दे पाए, क्योंकि उस पे स्टिक रखे ही की है जो की है।
Okay, ठीक है, fair enough. And the last question is, personally, you can speak for
हम्म
yourself and also on behalf of
हम्म
Miss Jackson also.
हम्म
Given a choice, what would you guys choose?
हम्म
Love or ambition?
आई थिंक पर्सनल उसका तो मैं नहीं बोल सकता हूँ, बट मेरे लिए तो बैलेंस ही करना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम यू रियलाइज राइट की वर्क तो चलो है, लेकिन देयर इज आल्सो मोर टू योर लाइफ की, सिर्फ काम नहीं करते रह सकते हो। एंड आई रियलाइज्ड इट व्हेन माय हेल्थ स्टार्टेड टेकिंग अ बीटिंग, राइट? सो थोड़ा मैं किसी को किसी तरीके से समझ लगता है, किसी को किसी तरीके से समझ लगता है। सो आई थिंक अ
Yeah.
बैलेंस इज नीडेड। ऑब्वियसली वो आ नहीं पाता है, सो यू विल कीप जगलिंग, बट एम तो कर सकते हैं, तो वो एम है।
Okay, so you're saying that basically to sustain a good, healthy life, you need to have
हम्म
a balance between both the worlds, correct?
हम्म 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 करेक्ट।
Anything else you would like to add to that?
नहीं, आई थिंक बैलेंस नॉट बिटवीन दीज टू बट इवन मोर, राइट? मतलब किसी को किसी के बच्चों के साथ टाइम स्पेंड करना, पेरेंट्स के साथ करना, मतलब वी हेयर पीपल की हम बिजनेस बना रहे थे, हम अपने डॉटर के साथ अपने सन के साथ टाइम नहीं स्पेंड कर सके, राइट? बट देन अगर वही है तो फिर क्या फायदा, मतलब वो बिजनेस बिल्ड करके भी, मतलब बैलेंस तो
Yeah,
चाहिए। तो आई
yeah,
थिंक वो हर चीज में चाहिए, उसी को सारे फिगर आउट कर रहे हैं, करते रह जाते हैं एंड तक, बट
yeah.
जितना अच्छे से कर पाए उतना
That's
बेटर है। हाँ
correct. Because it's lonelier at the
हाँ।
top, so you always want to carry everyone along so that you could share your
हम्म
happiness.
करेक्ट।
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Weber. That's it. We don't have a hamper, but I'm sure we will send you
नहीं नहीं, हाँ
something.
हाँ हाँ, ठीक है, थैंक यू ऋत्वी,
Thank you
वंडरफुल
so much,
टॉक।
Mr. Weber. It was a lovely episode. I hope you also enjoyed, and I hope the viewers also
या
get good notes out of it.
कूल कूल, थैंक यू।
Thank you so much.
अगर एपिसोड अच्छा लगा तो डोंट फॉरगेट टू शेयर दिस वीडियो विद योर फ्रेंड्स एंड फैमिली और द budding entrepreneurs or people who are interested in listening to the inspiring stories of ambitious people. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and stay tuned for more.